Hi everyone, I have been recently painting some US Infantry for 28mm US Infantry for bolt action, which is one of the sort of minis game that I like to play with my kids and with friends. And I recently got the box set from Warlord Games. It is the US Infantry World War II American GIs box set. You get 30 minis in the box set, and as you can see, I've been spending some time painting them all, and they're all done now and based and flocked. They are all plastic figures, and very nice they are too. This is the first time I've painted US Infantry minis. The colour scheme I found on a website, a Wargamers blog website that I used, and I used this one predominantly because I had all the paints that the blogger was talking about, so I thought, why not? All the paints are 90% of Vallejo. I think there's a Games Workshop paint in there somewhere as well, but mostly Vallejo, which are the paints that I like to use. And yeah, the figures are really nice. I do have some of the early American US Infantry from Warlord plastic, and these are significantly better, more detailed, more chunky, put together, sort of glued together, a million times easier. Look great. So I've just zoomed in a little bit just so you can see the figures. In terms of sort of organisation, I haven't really, I've sort of in my mind, you get 30 figures in the box set, so I've done, 3 squads of 7 plus a command squad, whatever. And I've given them a mixture of rifles, as you'd expect, done some BARs, got a couple with a grease gun, with a Thompson, etc. And you get quite a few sort of different options. So for example, see if the camera will pick it up. Here's we've got the guy with the grease gun, and I really like the posing of the figures. They go together really nicely. Just turn around them on the back there. There's quite some nice detailing, and the way that I paint figures is very much for playing the games. I know a lot of people spend a lot of time painting minis for the sort of artistry of painting the figures, and I've done that from time to time, but with historical gaming, I'm all about having large boards and quite big armies, for bolt action. For example, I've got a big British Airborne army. It's like 100 figures, something like that. So I want to paint them really so they look good on the table, but a lot of them, and vehicles and so forth. I suppose it comes from playing games like Hail Caesar and Ancients and Napoleonics and Black Powder. But yeah, I'm really happy with how these have turned out. In terms of you could play a game with just this box set, I guess, but I'll probably, because you also get on the spruce some bazookas as well, so you can have a bazooka squad if you want, as well as sort of the general infantryman squad. But I will probably buy, I think next, I should really get some support weapons, so mortars, anti-tank gun, artillery pieces, things like that. I may even get the US starter army. I wasn't sure about doing a US infantry army, but I've really enjoyed painting these and putting them together. So I may get the starter army next, and with that you get more infantry. I think you get a half track and a Sherman, and some of those support weapons as well. So that seems like quite a good deal. But certainly, yeah, very much enjoyed painting these. I shall paint some more, and I did dig out the original plastic US Infantry that I got with the very first edition of Bolt Action, and I may repaint them with this colour scheme and do a comparison as well, so you can see, if you've got the older figures, you can see how much better these new figures are compared to the old ones. I think the old ones will mix in with the units perfectly fine, so I may do that next. Get that on the painting table. But yeah, very much enjoyed painting these. Really nice figures. Really happy how they've turned out. Looking forward to getting them on the table and playing a game.